What's going on, everybody? Brandon here, back with another action figure review. Very exciting, and so much of it DCX Sonic, the all-new collab between the two different brands brought to us by Jakks Pacific. I am so excited for this. We got some awesome new figures for the Sonic side and for the DC side. Let's get into it. All right, you guys, first up, Superman and Knuckles. So excited for this. This is like our rebirth style Superman, and Knuckles is wearing the same kind of outfit, so looks very interesting. A 2-pack for 20 bucks. Very excited for these new figures. I mean, I don't think we have anything like this from DC right now. These are like 5-inch figures, highly articulated. Looks like they're double jointed and they're pinless. So I am really excited and happy to get into these figures. I will leave the DPCI below for all of these. My Target, unfortunately, did not have anything out. I had to hunt with the DPCI for everything that I needed. There's the UPC if you need it. The only other two in the wave is Batman and Cyborg. So that's all for wave 1 of the double pack. Next up here is Batman and Shadow. What an awesome dynamic duo this is going to be. And I'm so excited to unbox these and get them in hand. Man, the Batman looks so cool. Very excited for this. Again, a $20 set, DCX Sonic, and it just looks so good. And of course, the other one's in the wave there. It's the same as before. Very cool. There's the UPC, and again, I will leave the DPCI below if you need it. Batman looks so good. He's also in his rebirth outfit. Awesome. Next up here is Cyborg and Tails. This set looks awesome. Tails could not be a better match for anyone in the DC universe except for Cyborg. So I am so happy to see that together. And they look really good, you guys. Cyborg looks awesome. He's got his cannon arm and he's ready to go. Again, a $20 set at Target. And they just look phenomenal, you guys. Unfortunately, mine does have some damage. I was not so lucky with getting to pick mine. I had the Target worker pull him from the back, and he only pulled me one of each. There's the UPC for Cyborg and Tails if you need it. And again, I will leave the DPCI below. Look at how awesome that Cyborg looks. That is so sick. And next up here is single card Amy as Wonder Woman, and she looks phenomenal. I am so excited and happy for this. They also had Sonic as the Flash and Silver as Green Lantern single carded, but we get those in our awesome 4-pack set, so I didn't need to buy the single cards of those. Just the single card for Amy, and I'm so happy to have her. She looks fantastic. My daughters got to take a look at this figure, and they absolutely love it. So definitely a lot of excitement in our house right now. We're a bunch of Sonic fans and a bunch of DC fans. So this is absolutely phenomenal. And here is the UPC if you need it. And again, I will leave the DPCI for you in the comments as well. Looks so good. The box art for all of these is awesome. There's Themyscira up there, and it just looks so cool, that attention to detail. Cyborg had I think a football stadium for his. What is this? Let's see. I think I missed it. Actually, I have no idea what that is. And then what? Batman's got Gotham City. Yes. Very nice. And then Superman has Metropolis. So that is some very nice close attention to detailing on the package. And next up, here's our awesome looking 4-pack. We've got Darkseid versus Silver, Sonic, and Shadow. This set just looks so cool, you guys. Unfortunately, the retail price is a bit hefty. This one was, I think, 60 bucks. So I'll have to double check. But man, the Darkseid figure looks cool. A lot of extra articulation on him. The Shadow Batman is exclusive to this set with the light up chest emblem. We haven't gotten the single carded version yet, I don't believe, but we did get the single card for Silver and for Sonic. So, and I'm sure we'll get one for a regular Shadow at some point. So if you don't want Darkseid, you can skip out on him. If you do want Darkseid, this is probably the only way to get him, and you're gonna need him to fight that awesome new Justice League style 4 to 5-inch figures that we're getting from Jakks Pacific. So here's the UPC if you need it. Let me try to focus in there for you. And then, of course, I will leave the DPCI below as well. But, man, this is just such an awesome set. Would make a great Christmas gift for sure, or a birthday present. This set, gotta love it. The box art on the side just looks so cool. Check that out, man. If you're a Darkseid fan, this is a killer set for sure. All right, you guys, we got everybody out of the packaging, and they look so good. I am so excited for this. Okay, so the first thing we got to talk about is size. They are all in different scales, and there's just important to understand what works with what and what doesn't. So here we go. We see that our 22 points of articulation Flash Sonic is just over 5 inches tall. We also see our new Superman figure is roughly 5 inches tall, maybe just a little bit taller. And then our little guys that are packed in the 2 packs, they're pretty small. They're like 2.5 to 3 inches tall. Knuckles being a taller one, closer to 3 inches, and Shadow is like 2.5 inches. And then Darkseid, even though he's packed with those Sonic figures that are like in the bigger scale, he's like almost 8 inches tall, like 7.5 inches tall. So he's definitely meant to go with these little guys and this Superman, and these guys are a different scale altogether. So hopefully that helps you. I know, like, these guys came with this Darkseid, but they're not in scale with one another. So, like, it doesn't make sense for these guys to actually be fighting a Darkseid that small. They'd be fighting a much bigger Darkseid. All right, so here's our, like, 6-inch-ish, mostly 6-inch. Amy's closer to 5, Silver's closer to 6. 22 points of articulation on these figures. Green Lantern Silver, Shadow, Batman, and Flash Sonic. They all came in the pack with Darkseid. Amy, of course, came by herself. You can get Silver and Sonic separately, single carded for $15 each. Amy was $15 by herself, and of course, the 3 figures plus Darkseid in that pack was $60. So, is it worth it? I want to say yes. These are like highly detailed, very articulated, and they're very heavy figures. They look really good. I'm really excited to see where they will fit in my DC collection. All right, and here they are side by side, all 4 figures with 22 points of articulation, all within 5 to 6 inches tall, and they look so, so good. Like I said, my girls are huge Sonic fans, so they were really happy about this collab. I actually don't own any Sonic figures. This is my first time owning some. So, and my cousin Arya, he's been a shout out to you because he's been a huge fan of all the Sonic toys and figures and characters for a very long time, since we were little kids. So this is really cool. It's so nice to see this collab, and my first time really like having Sonic toys in hand to play with, and they are really cool. So I'm definitely liking this a lot. Sonic, being the Flash, is so poetic because we know Sonic loves reading Flash comics. And this is his new 52 rendition of the costume for sure, with all the lightning all over him. And it looks so good. He does have holes at the bottom of his feet, so that'll work. You can find a stand that'll work. And look, he's even got like little like lightning at the tips of his ears. So that is awesome. Looks so good. It's kind of like throwing me off. Like, I'm thinking about Knuckles seeing Sonic in red. But yeah, totally, totally different. But yeah, it looks so good. So for articulation on this guy, he's got movement in his head. So top heavy. Very thick plastic here that is used. Very heavy. But yeah, side to side, he can look up and down, kinda. His arms go out, forward and back, full 360. He's got a cut over here at the shoulder. He does have a ball joint for the elbow for bend and twist. So that is nice. Yes, bend and twist. Although it is hard to achieve that twist. But yes, it's there. Does he have articulation at the wrist? Yes. But not like at the ring or glove. It's like actually at the wrist. So there's a full 360. There's also, I see the joint right here for the bend, but we only got twist. The bend is not working. I think because of this ring is or gauntlet or whatever you call it is covering it. And then he does have articulation in his fingers. So that is very nice. He has movement, like it's like waist articulation, but it's in the area where the ab crunch happens. He also is supposed to have like butterfly joints over here. They really, I mean, I guess they work, but not super well. Like, I almost don't know what that does except make it look like the arm wants to break. So, and we know what happens to toys on my channel sometimes, and we don't want to break them. So, yeah, but man, really cool. So yeah, ab crunch is good. He's got legs that come out this far. They go forward. They don't really go, well, yeah, I guess they go back pretty good. He's got a cut right here at the hip. So that's pretty good range of motion. He's got knees that have a connecting joint here. So it's almost like a ball joint that really acts as like super articulation. So that's cool. So we got bend and we got twist. Very nice. And we got it at the boot? No, just the ankles. So no articulation at the boot cut, but for the ankles, yes, we have that rocking, pivoting motion that goes back and forth and up and down. So very cool. A ton of articulation for this guy. Again, very top heavy. You're definitely going to want to get some action figure stands for these. But man, he looks so good and he fits in so nicely with these guys. Next up, taking a look at Amy. Unfortunately, mine does have a scuff here on her face, and I really wish she didn't. I wish I could have picked a better one. I could only pick this one. This was the only one that they brought for me from the back at Target. So unfortunately, I couldn't pick another one. I wish she came with an accessory, being a single carded figure, maybe a lasso or something, but nope, no accessories. That's okay though. Very cool figure, very nice to have in hand, definitely playable, posable, and I am really enjoying it. So she's got movement in her head, side to side. She can look up a little bit and down. She's got movement in her arms that go forward and back. They go up and down. There's a cut at the shoulder. She also has butterfly joints that work like minimally. She's got elbows that bend, and do they twist? Just barely. She's got articulation in the wrists, and the bend is almost there, but not quite. So it's almost like there's no point in having that articulation right there. And then there's movement in the hands. There's movement in the waist that acts as an ab crunch. Very nice. We've got a cut at the hip right here. Legs go out about that far. They go forward. They go back. The cut at the hip is there. There's the knees that bend and twist on those like ball joint looking. Yeah, very nice. And is there a cut at the boot? No, but we do have rocker pivot motion in the ankles that goes forward and back and side to side. Overall, Amy does have a very nice range of motion articulation. I think she'll probably fit in best with my 9.5-inch Spin Master Wonder Woman. I think that would be really cool. Side by side, her tiara looks very nice. Peg holes at the bottom of the feet, and overall looks really good. The gauntlets look nice. The whole presentation of this Wonder Woman looks great. Next up, Shadow Batman. Definitely very top heavy. It's just, he's got such a big head. And he's got spikes on his back, upper back. So you could remove this if you needed to change his batteries. The cape is solid plastic and it kind of like moves with his, well, no, I guess not. I thought it was moving with his head. Yeah, it can move with his head. But yeah, not too bad. We press that button right here and it does light up. I got a bunch of lights here, so let me see if I can dim my lighting for you so that way you can see that emblem lit up. Yeah, it's not too bright right here. Hold on. All right, so I have dimmed the lighting, and there it is. There you can see it. With no lights on, I'm sure it'll glow very brightly. But yes, there it is. It just stays on for a while. If you push it again, it doesn't turn off. You just got to wait for it to turn off on its own. But yes, there it is, the exclusive bat emblem for Shadow, and it does look very nice. All right, pretty cool. So let's continue to take a look at this guy. He's got articulation in his head, side to side. He cannot look up and down at all. His arms go out, they go forward and back. Of course, hindered by the head and the cape. He does not have butterfly joints here at all. I don't see anything like that. There's a cut right here at the shoulder. There's bend and twist at the elbows. So that is nice on the ball joint looking thing. So that's cool. He's got articulation at his wrist, full 360, and we do have the bend that does actually work here. So that is nice. So far, only on him. And of course, his fingers open and close. We've got no waist articulation and no ab crunch, and that's because of the electronics, I'm sure, on this guy. So we sacrifice some articulation there. Legs come out forward and they go back a little bit. There's a cut at the hip. There's knees that bend again with like the circular ball joint in there. And is there a cut for the boots? Nope. Don't see anything like that. But the feet go forward and back, and they rock side to side. And underneath these boots looks really cool. I'm really excited to see that. Flash Sonic to top heavy. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, that looks really cool. The backside of the cape is nice. Soft plastic for this cape, and it does look really good. On the inside, it is blue, just like Rebirth Batman. And overall, this guy does look very cool. A being that has like Batman powers and Sonic powers, you know what I mean, like Batman gadgets and stuff, and can go as fast as Shadow. That's pretty sweet. So I think this guy looks phenomenal. I wish he came with a Batarang or something, though. Next up here is Silver. He looks so good. The ring is sculpted there on his finger, and I love it. Overall, just a really nice look and design for this guy. We can see like the domino mask is kind of there. So the white gloves, all of this is like speaking Hal Jordan to me. And that's what I'm thinking this is based on. But he's actually got John Stewart on his single card packaging. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But overall, it does look really good. The emblem is nice and sculpted in. Everything looks so good on this guy. Silver has definitely a heavy head, just like all the other ones, but he looks really cool nonetheless. He probably fit in good with my 12-inch Green Lantern from Spin Master, the John Stewart. He probably also fit in really nicely with the McFarlane Green Lanterns. He's like an alien, so just fit right in that he's part of the Green Lantern Corps. He's got movement in his head side to side. He can look up and down just a little bit. He does have the butterfly joints over here on the sides, but they don't really work very well. Very small range of motion for that. He's got a cut at the shoulder, and he's got elbows with the ball joint peg in there, so he can bend and twist his elbows. Yep. He's got movement in his wrists, bend and twist. And does the twist work? It looks like it should work. Yes, it does. Very tight, but yes, it can bend and twist. So he's got movement in his fingers. He's got an ab crunch that also acts as waist articulation. Actually, it doesn't even crunch at all with this guy. It's just a twist. He's got movement in his legs that come out, forward, and back just a little bit. They go out pretty good. He's got a cut at the hip, and he's got movement in his knees, which is also like on that ball joint type thing. And there's a bend, and doesn't really twist. No, not on this guy. Well, maybe slightly. Yeah. He's got movement in his ankles, forward and back, and it rocks side to side. And overall, works out really nicely for this figure. And he looks great. I really do enjoy this. I wish he came with a lantern. That would have been a really good accessory for Silver, but overall, he looks so good. And next up, we got Darkseid from the 4-pack and all 3 of the 2-packs. Very cool to have these guys here together. These little guys are 2.5 inches. And really interestingly, I just saw somebody posted online. There's blind bags that you can get of these little 2.5-inch figures, and they're including Flash and Amy in the 2.5-inch scale. So that's cool. I'm sure we'll get a round 2 of these figures, and there's going to be more 2-packs, so that'll be cool. I'm sure we'll get Flash, like the 5-inch Flash with the 2.5-inch Flash Sonic figures. So that'll be cool, and who knows what else we'll get. But yeah, I'm very excited for these. These little guys are so cool. I think it's awesome that they're in scale with DC counterparts. Very limited articulation, but it definitely gets the job done. So Shadow Batman 2.5 has movement in his head side to side. His arms go forward and back, full 360, and he's got motion that lets him go up and down like that at the shoulders. So that's nice. Nothing in the elbows. Nothing in the, well, let me see. Nope, nothing in the wrists, and nothing in the waist. Legs go forward and they go back really far. That's cool. And do they go out? Yes. So it's kind of like the old. No, it's not. It's way better. I was gonna say it's kind of like old Marvel Legends, but yeah, because it is interesting and it is kind of limited, and you do have to be careful. But it is really cool, and he does have peg holes at the bottom of his feet. These are really cool shoes. I think they're awesome. All right, so there is our Shadow Batman, and of course plastic cape, and it just looks really good. He is very hard to stand up though, so got to be careful standing him up. He's not. He doesn't feel top heavy. Just got to play the balancing game with his feet. Next up, Tails looks really good. Oh man, look at this Cyborg Tails. I can't wait. I hope we get a 5-inch Tails. That would be really cool because man, that would be a bummer to not get such a cool looking guy in the bigger scale. Man, that looks awesome. So his tail has articulation all the way around, and it goes up and down like that. So that's really cool. That definitely counts as an extra point of articulation. Basically, it's like a ball joint sculpted into the end of the tail that goes in there. His arm goes forward, back, hindered by his whiskers, and his arm does go in and out. So that's nice. 2 points of articulation there. Do his legs have articulation? Yes, they do. Hindered by the armor on his hips, but yes, they go back and forth. And if you go like that, they'll go out a little bit. Definitely hindered by that armor. He's got movement in his head side to side. He looks so good. I love it. And Knuckles, Superman. This one is so cool. We got to get this one in the 5-inch scale with the 22 points of articulation. He looks so good. He does have the S emblem. You can barely see it at the top of the cape. I don't know why they'd hide it like that. Maybe make it a little bit lower, like print it there instead. I don't know why. But he's got really big boots. Those are cool. So he's got movement in his arms. His head does have articulation, but really hindered by his hair or whatever you'd call that. Yeah, it does look really good though. Overall, I really like the look of this figure. Knuckles is Superman. That is so funny. He's got movement in his shoulders that do go out, but for some reason on mine, it's okay. This one's doing it on this side. The other side is definitely stuck. But yeah, this one goes like that, so that's cool. And forward and back. This one, for some reason, on the other arm, I don't want to break it. Oh, there we go. Good stuff. Very nice. Cool. And then movement in the legs, same deal. They go forward and they go back. Hindered by the cape, unless he can get it around it. He's got a tail back there. And the legs go out. And there is no cut for the boots. Overall, this guy does look really good. Really happy to have these little guys, 2.5 inch. They look so good with the rest of the team. Next, taking a look at Cyborg. He looks so good, man. This guy looks awesome. Definitely one of the best looking cyborgs we've gotten, period. Really happy with how this turned out. I'm so glad we got that cannon arm, so if we couldn't get any other accessories or anything else, at least we got this, and it's built in. He looks so good. He's got movement in his head side to side. He can't really look up or down. I thought maybe the neck looked like it was sculpted separately, so maybe he'd have, that range of motion to look up and down, but I don't think so. He has an ab crunch. That's nice. He can go side to side. He has shoulder pads, so that kind of hinders him a little bit. He's got what looks like butterfly joints, but it's very limited. Yeah, definitely. He's got movement in his... it's hindered on this side with the gauntlet, or the cannon. But yeah, he's got what it should look like double jointed elbows. On this side, probably will get it. Yes. Yeah, and yeah, it is double jointed. But it is, like, limited for sure. And that's just because of his armor and how bulky he is. But that's okay. Looks really good. The range of motion is very nice, and it's done very well on Cyborg. He's got no bicep cut, so that's kind of a bummer. I think that's the only piece of articulation that what? No, he does? He does. He does. It's just, yeah, he does. It's just really limited, and definitely the shoulder pad doesn't help. But yeah, wow, very interesting. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, cool. So, that's nice. I don't want to mess up my shoulder pads, but that's cool that he can do that. And yeah, the bicep tricep still very limited by the shoulder pad, unfortunately. But still, it's pretty cool. He does have waist articulation, which is nice. Very interesting how that looks. It looks like the bottom piece or the belt is like separate from his waist. So that can kind of look weird depending on how you do that. But yeah, not too bad overall. Legs go forward and back. Pretty good. They go out. There's a cut at the hip. There's double jointed knees. Definitely difficult to pose, and I definitely don't want to mess mine up. The bottom half of the knee joint does not want to move for me on Cyborg, but it should. These should definitely be double jointed knees. So that's tough. Maybe I'll try heating it up later. Right now it's acting as a single joint, but for sure that should be double jointed. So I really don't want to break it. Unless I'm wrong. I really think it is double jointed though, and mine just doesn't want to act that way. He's got movement in his ankles, and they just go back and forth. Do they? Oh, they rock. Wow. Very nice. Very cool. That's awesome. Wow. I am severely impressed. This guy looks so good, and his Cyborg emblem looks great. All in all, an awesome piece, man. If you're a Titans fan, if you're a DC fan, if you're a Cyborg fan, this is up there for me. This is a great one. I think I forgot to mention the wrist or the forearm. So for the cannon, it does twist, which is really cool. Twist about that much. So you can definitely change it up how you're doing it. And then on the other side, this hand does have articulation, full 360 for the twist, and it looks like, yes, we do get the bend as well. Very nice. All right, here is Batman, and to me, the longer I look at this figure, he looks kind of stressed out. Like, his shoulders are just through the roof. They're way up there. Aside from that, I will say it does look really good, and yes, that is the shoulders, not just the cape. So that is really interesting. Overall, I do like the way that this guy does look. I am very excited to get a new Batman in this scale, so definitely happy about that. Do I wish the cape was cloth? Of course. But still, plastic cape is nice. Overall, he does look really good. The thing that I think bugs me the most is probably like the muscles on the side that make the joints in the arms stick out too much, and then like he can't put his arms fully to his sides. I think that kind of bothers me, but other than that, I guess it's a pretty good looking figure. He's got butterfly joints that they don't work too well. Like the back of the cape is definitely bothering that range of motion, but even without that, like just the way the figure's built, it really doesn't move that much. So I'm not sure what that accomplishes. His arms can go back and forth at the shoulder, and he does have a cut at the bicep tricep. It is difficult to move, but way better than Cyborg. His head moves side to side. He can look up and down. He can look down really good. Can he look up really good? Man, I hope Superman can look up because that's what he needs for flight pose. Very cool. All right, we got an ab crunch. Very nice. That works out really well. We've got waist articulation. That's also really good. Awesome. The belt is not painted correctly, but that's okay. I'm willing to look past it. Yes, Batman's belt traditionally is yellow, but for Rebirth Batman, it's like all black with just a yellow trim on the ends, kind of like his emblem. Legs go out about that far. They go forward. They don't, yeah, they go back. It looks like the muscles are painted. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. kind of like to bring out more definition in the legs. Definitely. Yeah, those are painted for sure. He's got a cut at the hip. He's got double jointed knees, so that's really good, and that does work the way that it should, unlike Cyborg. And he's got a cut at the boot, but not where you think. It's like below the boot, and it's right here. A little unsettling for me, but it works. He's got movement in his ankles, forward and back, and they rock. Really cool overall. I really wish we got some accessories. I love seeing the posability. This is a breath of fresh air from the Spin Master stuff. Definitely, I think I prefer this over the Batman Ninja stuff. And for 20 bucks, man, with a 2.5-inch figure, this is awesome. I really like this a lot. Definitely collector level, and I love it. Next up here is Superman. Unfortunately, he's got the same thing that Batman had, but like even worse. He is like super muscly on his sides, and his arms just cannot go down, unfortunately. He does look really good, though. His shoulders also look a little bit high, so not a huge fan of that, but overall does look good. We got a nice bright yellow S on the back of that cape. It looks so good. Really happy for that. Overall, he does look really nice. He is fully painted. They did not skip anything, not even a little diamond on his belt. This is our, I believe, Rebirth Superman. The only thing that I don't see on him that he should have is like little cuffs at the ends of his sleeves. But other than that, he does look pretty good. Mine, unfortunately, the S symbol is not printed in the center. It's printed just a little bit far off to the right. So that is unfortunate. Really, it's left, but we're looking at it as if it's going off to the right. So, yeah, that is unfortunate, but it does look really good nonetheless. Still a really cool looking figure. He's got movement in his head, side to side. He can look up really good, so you can get him into a nice, awesome flight pose, and that is really good. So he can look up very nice, and he can look down pretty good. That's great. Oh my goodness. He's got butterfly joints, but they really don't do much at all. So that is unfortunate. He's got his shoulders that go up only about that far, and yeah, the cape definitely it could hinder it if you're not careful. So shoulders only go up that far, but then you can twist, and then they'll go up like that. So that's nice. Full 360 on the rotation. He's got cuts at his bicep, tricep. Yes, very good. He's got double jointed elbows that are pinless, so that is awesome. But again, the guy has so much muscle that you really can't bend it very much. And he's got a full 360 in his wrist, bend and twist, so that is nice. He's got waist articulation. He's got ab crunch. Really nice. Very good. Looks awesome. Very good range of motion. Definitely collector top tier, like McFarlane tier, or Marvel Legends. He's got a cut right here, so that's nice. His muscles are not, well, yeah, they are a little bit painted here on the legs. Just a little bit, like a little bit of extra definition. He's got double jointed knees. Very good, and they work like they should. That's great. And he's got a cut at the boot, but like right below the boot. And he's got movement in his ankles, back and forth and side to side. Very interesting. Overall, he does look really good, and I am very happy to have this guy. If you're a Superman fan, this is going to be the best 5-inch figure we've gotten for Superman in a very long time. This guy looks so much like that deluxe 12-inch Spin Master. Oh my goodness, like it's got to be the same 3D file or something. What? They are like really exactly the same. I knew he looked familiar, but man, I didn't know it was this close. I feel like it's the same head sculpt or very close to. If you don't think so, let me know in the comments. But like, I think these are really, really close. They probably started out as the same, and then they changed things as they needed to. But man, it is super close. Ha! No pun intended, but yeah, very. And next up here is Darkseid. He looks so good compared to the 2.5-inch and the 5-inch figures. I love that they made him so tall and menacing. He looks really, really good. Sometimes these guys have a hard time standing, but we'll just take advantage of that. And yep, that's great. Darkseid looks so menacing, you guys. He's got red eyes. Look looks really good. Look at that definition and that sculpt work. This is far superior than I think anything we've gotten for New 52 Darkseid from I think anybody else. Honestly, it looks really good. I am really enjoying this a lot. I don't have the DC Direct Darkseid. Maybe that one would rival this. Looks really good. He's got movement in his head, side to side. He is supposed to be able to look up and down just a tad. His shoulders, they work pretty good for going out and back and forward. Butterfly joints are very hindered. It's just a lot to take in, you guys. He's really cool, though. Ab crunch is great. He can look up, down, really good with that ab crunch. He's got double jointed elbows, so that's really good. Of course, hindered by his own muscles, but it does look really good. The gauntlets don't hinder anything. They're like a nice, oh no, they're like totally sculpted in there. I was gonna say this feels like it could be softer plastic, but it's glued over on his actual forearm. So very interesting. 360 on the wrist with the bend. Very nice. He's got a very nice waist articulation. That's really good. This is a very soft plastic, his skirt looking thing. But it's good. It doesn't hinder anything. The weird thing, though, is his legs are stuck, kind of like going outward, like he wants to do the splits. And they don't really go in all the way. I mean, like they do, but you got to kind of like force it, maybe heat it up or something. Yeah, mine, the legs, they just want to naturally go out. So there's that to keep in mind. Legs go forward and they go back just a little bit, of course, hindered by the skirt. There's a cut at the hips, double jointed knees. There's Batman taking a dive as well. We'll just create a wrestling match back there, and it looks really good. And then what else do we got? Double jointed knees are great. And then we got this cut above the knee. It's supposed to be like a boot cut. And we got movement in the ankles, forward and back. And he rocks. Dude, this guy's awesome. So it's a $60 4-pack. I think Darkseid is supposed to be like, I don't know, whatever $60 divided by 4 is. That's what he's worth. So $15. He's a $15 figure. And he's killer. I love it. He looks so good, man. This figure is awesome. I love it. And I think definitely he's going to like pulverize the Justice League. He's an awesome bad guy to have. And yeah, here he is grabbing Superman's leg. Yes. So cool. And what else can we do? Maybe we'll put Shadow here like this, trying to stop him, and he can't. So cool. You could have so much fun with this. All right, I had to set up a little battle happening, and they look so good together, side by side, you guys. Darkseid fits in so nicely with the 2 packs. It is awesome. Definitely, if you're a kid, you're going to have a lot of fun. If you're a collector, you're going to rejoice at the posability and the articulation and the detail. These figures are phenomenal. My hat's off over to the team at Jakks Pacific. You guys crushed it. Overall, I'm very happy with these. Of course, there's hit and miss, quality issues, and everything. All that put aside, you created some awesome toys. They got some awesome detail, and I'm so happy as a DC fan. I just really enjoy these toys. My kids are going to enjoy them too. We're going to have a blast, and overall, these are just some really awesome toys. All right, comparison time. First up, here they are together side by side. Our 5-inch DC figures, our 2.5-inch Sonic figures, and our 5 to 6-inch Sonic figures all together. They look really good side by side. So you can see the differences in these scales. Here's our Shadow Batmans with Batman. Here's our Supermans with Darkseid. There's Flash, Wonder Woman, Cyborg. You can see how they fit in together. All in all, really nice. They really gave us some good stuff over at Jakks Pacific. I'm so happy with how these turned out. All right, first up for a Superman comparison, here's our Spin Master stuff with our new stuff from Jakks Pacific, and they look really good together side by side. This new Darkseid, Flash, so top heavy. This new Darkseid is going to be perfect for your 4-inch Spin Master figures. 100% guarantee it. Like, they look so awesome together side by side. Even more menacing is putting the little ones next to the big Darkseid. So that's great. We can see how our new Superman fits in. It's definitely a different scale that doesn't fit in with either of the Spin Master scales. That's okay. I think it looks really good on its own. Overall, really happy to have these guys. Next up, here's a comparison with the Spin Master 12-inch Darkseid. This makes so much more sense. These guys should be fighting a Darkseid that's this big. They shouldn't be fighting a Darkseid that's this big. So that definitely makes a lot more sense to me. I feel like if the little 2.5-inch guys went up against this Darkseid, it wouldn't go so well for them. But yeah, very cool to see these together. All right, for a Darkseid comparison, here we have our new one with a bunch of previous counterparts. We got our McFarlane Darkseid right here. We got our original Kenner Superpowers Darkseid. Of course, our new one right here from Jakks Pacific. We got our McFarlane Superpowers Darkseid, our 12-inch Spin Master Darkseid, and our Mattel Destroyer Darkseid from Justice League Unlimited. So very cool to see the new Darkseid with all of his previous counterparts, specifically with the new 52 version, so that's really interesting. But overall, very happy to have this guy. Let me know your thoughts. He's definitely a different scale than all the others, so I'd love to hear what you think and where you're going to put him in your collection. All right, for another Superman comparison, here we have our 12-inch movie Superman from Spin Master, our 9.5-inch comic book Superman from Spin Master. We've got, of course, our new Sonic. We've got another 12-inch Superman from Spin Master. That's the deluxe. We've got, of course, our new one from Jakks Pacific right here. This is a McFarlane Superman. And then we've got our little Knuckles 2.5 and our 12-inch Spin Master Superman, the first release. All these guys look really good together. I think the thing that I'm pondering the most is, like, does little Knuckles look better with this Superman or with that Superman? And then does, like, the 22 points of articulation 6-inch Sonic, does he look better with 9.5 Superman or with 12-inch Superman? So let me know your comments, your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear from you. I think they look really good together. I am kind of leaning towards, I thought this would be a better scale, but I'm starting to think this is a better scale. So very interesting to see these guys together. All right, for a closer Superman comparison with our new one, because he's 5 inches tall, he's very close to some other ones that we have in the 4-inch scale. And we've gotten a lot of Superman over the years. So we got our Kenner Superman animated right here, our McFarlane Superpower Superman right here, of course our new one 5-inch from Jakks Pacific, our original 80s Kenner Superpower Superman, our 90s Total Justice Kenner Superman, our new 2.5 Knuckles from Jakks, and the new 52 Mattel Justice League Unlimited Superman. So very, very interesting to see these guys together side by side. Let me know your thoughts, how the new Superman fits in with your collection, and where you think he fits in best here. All right, next up for a Batman comparison, we've got 12-inch Batman all the way to 2.5-inch Sonic. We've basically got every version of Batman here in every scale, so let's see how we fare. We've got our 12-inch Batman Ninja from Spin Master, 9.5-inch Batman from Spin Master, our new 6-inch Shadow. We've got our 12-inch first release Batman from Spin Master. We've got our Rebirth Batman from McFarlane right here. Then we've got our new 5-inch Batman right there from Jakks. And then our 4-inch Batman from Spin Master, our latest release. And then we've got our 2.5 Shadow right there, and our 6-inch value size Batman from, oh man, we got so many Batmans from Spin Master is the last one. So yeah, a lot of Batmans. Think about what you think fares well and let me know in the comments as far as scale goes. It is so cool to see these two side by side, McFarlane and Jakks. And then what really works out better for Shadow, 6-inch Shadow? Is it going to be the 9.5 or the 12-inch Batman? So very cool to see these guys side by side. All in all, very happy to have the new ones in the collection. All right, same thing with Batman. Throughout the ages, we've gotten so many different Batmans. So taking a little bit of a closer look to see where our new one from Jakks fits in the best. We've got our 90s BTAS right here, Batman Animated. We've got our McFarlane Superpowers Batman. We've got, of course, our new one from Jakks. We've got our original 80s Kenner Superpowers Batman. Our Total Justice 90s Batman. We've got our new 2.5 Shadow right here. And our Justice League Unlimited Batman from Mattel. So very interesting to see these guys side by side. Let me know your thoughts in the comments where you think the new Batman fits in best. I think ultimately it's just really cool to have like a newer style DC Comics Batman to go with the old ones that's much closer in scale than anything previously we've gotten. All right, next up for a Cyborg comparison, I don't have my Spin Master 12-inch Cyborg anywhere nearby, but I was able to find the 2017 Justice League movie 12-inch. So here they are all together. They look really good. We've got our 6-inch Spin Master Value Cyborg, our new 2.5 Tails Cyborg, our 4-inch Spin Master Cyborg, our new 5-inch Jakks Pacific Cyborg. We've got our 2017 movie Justice League 6-inch Cyborg and 2017 12-inch Mattel Cyborg. So very cool to see these guys side by side. They all look really good together. For Tails, it is a very interesting thing. He might, yeah, I mean, there he is next to the 6-inch and the 4-inch and the 5-inch. So you guys tell me what you think. Which one does the 2.5-inch Tails really fit in better with? Is it the 5-inch, the 6-inch, or the 4-inch? Very interesting to see these guys together, though. Very happy to have the new ones in the collection. All right, so here's a Cyborg comparison. I couldn't find my Teen Titans figure. I think he's like a 3-inch figure from Teen Titans, the animated series. But I was able to find a bunch of other Cyborgs. We got the DCUC Cyborg from Mattel right here, our 80s Kenner Cyborg right here from Superpowers. Of course, our new one is right here from Jakks Pacific. We've got our McFarlane Superpower Cyborg right here. The Justice League Unlimited Cyborg right here. And then we've got, of course, Tails right here. And then we've got the Total Heroes Cyborg right here. And that one's by Mattel. And then we got this little one from the Batman Evergreen line. I think from Monsters and Mayhem was when that one came out for that animated movie. So very cool to see these guys together side by side. It's definitely a nerd freak out thing. If you are freaking out right now and you see the 80s Kenner Cyborg and the new McFarlane Cyborg next to our new Jakks Cyborg. So very cool to have these guys together side by side. I'm a very happy DC fan and collector. All right, next up for a Flash and Wonder Woman comparison. Here they are. I know I got to go hunting later, and I got to find the little Amy and the little Sonic in the blind bag. So we'll have to do those comparisons later. But yeah, for now, here we got McFarlane Wonder Woman, 9.5 Spin Master Wonder Woman, our 6-inch Amy, our 12-inch Spin Master Wonder Woman. There's 12-inch Flash. There's our 6-inch Sonic. That one's Spin Master. That one's Jakks. 9.5 Spin Master and 7-inch McFarlane. So very cool to see these guys together side by side. Again, I'm really curious to know your thoughts. Does the 6-inch Flash go better with the 9.5 or 12-inch? And the same thing for Amy Wonder Woman. Does she go better with the 9.5 or the 12? Would love to know your thoughts down in the comments. I'm sure there's going to be somebody who knows exactly what's up and is a huge Sonic fan, and they know how these guys are supposed to scale. So very cool, though. These guys look great together. All right, next up for a Green Lantern comparison with Silver. Here they are. We did not get a Spin Master Green Lantern in the 9.5-inch scale, so we don't have that one here. And I'm kind of leaning more towards that, although I could see 12-inch pretty well, like those guys would fit in together. I think fairly nicely, but again, 9.5 is another good one to consider. But yeah, here they are, Silver with all of our Green Lanterns. That's a Mattel 12-inch Green Lantern. That's our Spin Master 6-inch Green Lantern John Stewart, our 12-inch Spin Master John Stewart. Of course, our new 6-inch Silver by Jakks. There's our 7-inch McFarlane John Stewart. We've got another Mattel 6-inch Hal Jordan right there. And then we've got our new 12-inch from the movie, Guy Gardner from Superman by Spin Master. So there they are, a whole bunch of Green Lanterns together. Let me know your thoughts if you think the 12-inch fits in the most for Silver. We don't really have another choice. I think that's going to be the best, probably, from this bunch that would fit in well with him. All right, for a comparison with our Sonic 5 or 6-inch figures, I got just a couple of other loose ones here. A lot of CC Sonic figures are boxed. We don't have too many loose ones, but we got some. We got a nice direct comparison here between Blue Sonic and Flash Sonic, so that is cool. This little yellow Sonic, he's supposed to be like cartoony, so he's a little bit smaller, and everything about him just looks a little bit different, but there you go. Like, they are definitely in scale with the rest of the toys from the previous line, so they should fit in nicely with any Sonic toys you got in the 6-inch scale. And next up for our new 2.5-inch DC Sonic figures, we have some previous ones from Sonic Prime Amy, Tails, and Sonic, and they all fit in very nicely with our new figures. They're definitely all within the exact same 2.5-inch scale. And for another 2.5-inch comparison, we got Sonic, Tails, Eggman, Shadow, and Mighty. These guys all look really good side by side with the new DC Sonic counterparts. There's Tails, you can see they look really good. The two Shadows side by side also look really cool. So these definitely fit in with any 2.5-inch figures that you have. They look great. And next up, we have some more Sonic Prime figures. These ones not by Jakks Pacific, but by some other company, which I'm not sure who they are or who makes them, but underneath the stands, there's a couple different names on there, but it does say Sega and Netflix. These ones are all stuck on their stands. They are just a little bit bigger. Knuckles is the biggest, so to me, like, it kind of looks like he fits in better with them. You can see like there the tails with the 9 tails is bigger than our Cyborg tails. Same thing with Shadow. But yeah, not too bad overall. If you're a kid, you're probably not going to notice the difference too much. So if you happen to have this set of figures from Sonic Prime, here's how they fit in with our new DC Sonic figures. All right, you guys, I got my daughter Cece here.
Hi.
And she has been able to check out these toys, play with them, pose them. She's a huge Sonic fan, so I'm very interested to see what her take is on these. She's 10 years old, so she plays with her toys a lot, and I'm just curious to see what a kid thinks of these. Cece, you want to share with us maybe your favorites and what you think of these guys?
Sure. So my favorite would definitely be Sonic because he's the main character. And my second favorite would definitely be Shadow because of like this cool feature he has where like his chest lights up when you push a button.
Oh,
on his
yeah.
chest. Yeah, I think that's really cool, and the articulation is like really cool too. So you could pose them like we did in this corner right here.
Oh, yeah, those 4 guys, they got 22 points of articulation.
Wow, that's cool. And I really like the minifigs right here.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. And I think that's really cool how they made Tails the Cyborg, because like he's like the tech guy and stuff like that.
Yeah, isn't that cool the way they combined them?
Yeah.
And those little minifigs, they fit in really well with your other little minifigs that you let me borrow for the size comparisons. So very exciting, very fun stuff. Thank you, Cease.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, that about does it for this action figure review. Thank you so much for joining me on the DCX Sonic crossover. I really enjoyed it and had a lot of fun. We got some great toys from Jakks Pacific. Unfortunately, no accessories, so I went to go find some on my own. The Green Lantern accessories from the 4-inch Spin Master Green Lantern were great on our new silver. Not so much for Wonder Woman. The shield, maybe. Amy can barely hold it, and the sword, definitely too small. The Batman accessories from the 4-inch Spin Master stuff works well with the 2.5 Shadow and the 5-inch Batman. So definitely keep that in mind. All in all, you guys, I had a lot of fun with these. Again, the single card figures like Amy are $15 a piece. And then the 2-packs like Superman and Knuckles, Batman and Shadow, Cyborg and Tails, those are $20 each. And then the 4-pack with the Green Lantern Silver, the Shadow Batman with the emblem that lights up, and the Flash Sonic and the Darkseid figure, that one was $60 for that set for the 4 figures, which means like $15 a figure. So very cool, very happy to have these guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you're going to pick up or pass on any of these, what you're finding online and in your local areas, I'd love to hear from you. And as always, you guys, the likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, and the Sonic that is way too top heavy has been phenomenal. Thank you each and every one of you for all of your continued support on the channel. I really, truly appreciate it. As I find more new, cool, and awesome stuff, I'll be sure to bring it to you right here. Once again, I'm Brandon. Thanks for watching.